I'm with Ann Bruce, and she wrote a book called Leaders Start to Finish. And this is a fascinating book that is a not how to, but a what to for leadership development. Ann, can you tell us a little bit about the journey in this book?
I love to. You know, this was my 16th book that I've written. And I believe it's sort of a culmination, Diane, of my coaching books, my motivation books, the other leadership books, customer care books, and self-development books. So this is a book that deals with leaders at every level within the organization. And so when I do the training program on it, I customize the training program curriculum to meet the needs of that group. It may be a frontline supervisor group, it may be middle management or executive level. But core components of leadership, as you know, remain the same. The application may be different, but it's I call it head, heart, hands, and feet. The formula remains the same. And so the modules are building blocks, and they stand on their own, and they're interchangeable. And that's been a really exciting piece of it.
Yeah, you were saying that in this book you have different segments for, let's say, the frontline supervisor or a middle manager or even a director or a senior management. You have sections in there that give them that context and that perspective that they can now pull content out and say, yes, I can make this work. And you said it's a what to do list. Mm-hmm. And so there's certain things that say, when this happens, do this kind of thing?
Actually, you're right on target with this. It is a call to action with specifics. Here are tips, tools, techniques you can apply on the job. And not just the theory behind it, but here is how to do it. And here, more importantly, is how to extrapolate the tool from the book. The book is full of tools. It is a toolkit for leaders. You extrapolate the tools, and here is how to apply them and what to do with it to grow and nurture talent in the organization. That's really the driving factor. So if it's harnessing the power of emotional intelligence or communications excellence or coaching for success, multi-generational, multicultural leadership techniques, you have the toolkit in your hands. No muss, no fuss. You just implement it. And I've tried these techniques all over the world, and they work.
Well, it's sounding like not only is it giving you advice on how to handle situations and what tools you need to do that, but it also sounds like it's a great reference. You should have it on your desk all the time. So if a situation occurs, you go, I know exactly what to grab to go get that information on what I should be doing.
Yes, and with the endorsers of the book, big companies like Southwest Airlines and Geico and other organizations, Men America, who have endorsed this book, they're calling it a field guide for success, because it is a grab it and take it with you into the field. And if you're working in London or San Francisco or Malaysia or Dubai or Denver, it doesn't matter. None of those things matter. The field guide works because we're in a global workplace, and it is a global leadership book.
That's great. And I got to know you by reading your book, Speak for a Living, and it has made a great big difference in my life. I think it brought me out of my shell to say, you know what, I can go out and do this. It doesn't have to be some mega professional that does this. It can be me. And so I think that's very much true with this management. I don't have to be a super leader. I can be the best right where I'm at.
That's right. And it comes down to energy. Thank you. Speak for a Living is one of my favorite books. The energy that comes out of that book, people really gravitate to, and they get excited about the profession. And it's the same with Leaders Start to Finish. And on my website at annbruce.com, there's a free 11-minute energizer that people can look at right on my homepage. And on that homepage for 11 minutes, they can use it in Monday morning team buildings, kickoff sessions, and it all ties in with the principles that you read in Speak for a Living, as well as Leaders Start to Finish, and then my new book that just came out on how to motivate every employee, and the Manager's Guide to Motivating Employees. So we know these are all things that fit into the whole person approach to leadership.
That's really great. And you know, one of the initiatives we have going on at my company right now is our employee engagement initiative. We, for the first time in however many years the company's been in business, we actually did an employee engagement survey. And so now has come the time, okay, what do we do with that information? And so it sounds like you have a lot of really good advice as far as that goes.
And I'm so glad you brought up that brilliant point, because a lot of people don't know that disengagement of employee involvement costs the United States, not the world, just the United States, $328 billion a year. That is the cost of employees not being engaged. And so is it important? Darn right it's important. We need to be on top of it. And that's why we're doing a program now that's connected to our Leaders Start to Finish called Engage to Perform, because it's about performance management. But if you don't engage the talent and nurture it, what's the sense?
And I just want to tell the people who are watching this video right now that this is the energy and the knowledge you missed by not coming to ICE. Thank you, Ann Bruce, for being with me, and thank you for talking about your book.
Diane, thank you so much. I hope you'll visit me on annbruce.com, and being with Diane has been the energizer I needed today, for sure. Thank you.
Thank you.